How to buy Atlanta Dream vs. Indiana Fever 2025 WNBA playoff tickets, full series schedule. Will the Indiana Fever be able to pull out of the first round of the WNBA playoffs without superstar Caitlin Clark? They'll have to try as they face the number 3 Atlanta Dream starting on Sunday, September 14th. Clark announced last week that she would not be returning to the court this season after battling a right groin injury. The two teams faced off 4 times this season, splitting the 4 games. But Caitlin Clark played in both wins and 1 loss. And Clark isn't the only injury the Fever are dealing with, as Sophie Cunningham is rehabbing a season-ending knee injury that required surgery. Tickets are available for this matchup, which starts in Atlanta. The Dream just put the finishing touches on their best regular season in franchise history and head into the playoffs with all of the confidence of a 30-win team. Here is everything you need to know in order to buy Atlanta Dream vs. Indiana Fever WNBA playoff tickets. Don't miss out. Get weekly deals, trends, and product recommendations from USA Today shopping delivered straight to your inbox. Atlanta Dream vs. Indiana Fever playoff tickets. Tickets to each game in the Dream vs. Fever series are available now. The cheapest available tickets are $23 for Game 2, which takes place in Gainbridge Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. Atlanta Dream vs. Indiana Fever schedule. The WNBA playoffs start on Sunday, September 14th. Here's a look at the schedule for the Dream vs. the Fever. Our team of savvy editors independently handpicks all recommendations. If you purchase through our links, the USA Today network may earn a commission. Prices were accurate at the time of publication but may change. The 2025 WNBA playoffs are here, and in round 1 we have a best-of-3 series. Number 6 Indiana Fever vs. number 3 Atlanta Dream. Indiana Fever +2 Atlanta Dream +2 Atlanta is hosting Game 1. Indiana hosts Game 2, and if needed, Game 3 is back in Atlanta. Indiana Fever +2 Atlanta Dream +2. Atlanta, in a breakout season, set multiple franchise records and is playing on its home court for the first time in a playoff game since 2018. Atlanta Dream Indiana, meanwhile, is returning to the playoffs for the 2nd straight season, also with several franchise highs. Indiana Fever +1. Full first-round schedule, Fever vs. Dream. Here are the dates, locations, and times, Eastern Time, for this series. Indiana Fever +2 Indiana Fever +2. Location. Tip-off time, ET. TV/broadcast info. Game 1. Sunday, September 14th, 2025. Atlanta, Gateway Center Arena. 3 p.m. Indiana Fever +1. ABC Indiana Fever +1. Game 2. Tuesday, September 16th, 2025. Indiana, Gainbridge Fieldhouse. 7:30 p.m. Indiana Fever +1. ESPN Indiana Fever +1. Game 3, if needed. Thursday, September 18th, 2025. Atlanta. Time TBD Indiana Fever +1. ESPN2 Indiana Fever. How to buy tickets, steps and tips. Buying playoff tickets is a little different and more competitive than regular season. Here's a roadmap to help make sure you score your spot. 1. Know when tickets go on sale. Atlanta Game 1, home. Tickets are already available via the Dream's site. Atlanta Dream. Indiana Game 2, home. Tickets go on sale 2 p.m. Eastern Time on Friday, September 12th, 2025 at feverbasketball.com. Our Sports Central +1. Game 3 tickets, if the series needs it, would follow similar ticketing channels. Atlanta would host. Indiana Fever +1. 2. Official sources versus resale. To avoid scams or overpriced seats, use official team sites. Dream.WNBA.com/tickets for Atlanta, feverbasketball.com for Indiana. Indiana Fever +2 Atlanta Dream +2. Use league-recognized ticket providers, Ticketmaster, etc. Ticketmaster +1. If buying resale, use reputable marketplaces, SeatGeek, StubHub, etc. Check seller ratings, ticket delivery guarantees. 3. Pricing and seat location. Prices vary greatly. In general, home games in large arenas, like Gainbridge in Indiana, often have more supply, lower base price options. In the available listings, I saw ticket prices starting as low as $24 for Game 2 in Indiana. In Atlanta, especially Gateway Center Arena, pricing tends to be higher because of fewer seats, high demand. I saw some starting around $100 plus for Game 1. Consider location. Courtside/lower bowl equals best view, highest cost. Upper bowl/side sections equals less expensive, still a good experience especially for atmospheres like playoffs. Check for fees, service, parking, etc., and logistical costs, travel, accommodation if needed. 4. Be prepared early. Join priority or pre-sale lists. Atlanta Dream has a Dream Elite Priority List for pre-sales and exclusive offers. Atlanta Dream. Indiana probably has similar mailing lists/mobile apps. On sale times matter. Game 2 in Indiana goes live at 2 p.m. Eastern Time on September 12th. Mark that on your calendar. Our Sports Central. Have payment ready and make sure to use a device/browser that's reliable. Sometimes official ticket sites are busy or crash when demand is high. 5. Consider, if needed, Game 3. Game 3 will only happen if the series is tied 1-1. If you want to attend Game 3, realize. Tickets may go on sale after Game 2, depending on demand. Price may spike. You may need to plan and possibly book travel but understand risk if the game isn't required. 6. Watch for broadcast schedules and time zones. Game 1 is Sunday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time in Atlanta. Indiana Fever +1. Game 2 in Indiana is evening, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Indiana Fever +1. Game 3 time in Atlanta is to be announced. Indiana Fever +1. If you're following from another country/time zone, adjust accordingly. What to keep in mind: the experience. Home crowd advantage. Atlanta hosting 2 home games, Games 1 and 3, gives Dream fans more opportunity to attend. Expect high energy at Gateway Center Arena. Atlanta Dream +1. Venue capacity and atmosphere. The Dream play at Gateway Center Arena, which has a smaller capacity compared to many major arenas, so tickets sell fast, especially for playoff games. Atlanta Dream +1. First playoff game in a long time. For Atlanta, this is their first home playoff game since 2018. That tends to mean demand will be extra high. Atlanta Dream. Indiana's first home playoff game since 2016 likewise adds to the significance. Our Sports Central. Sample timeline to follow, if you're buying. Here's a suggested timeline to maximize your chances and possibly save money. Now, September 12th. Decide which games you want. Sign up for pre-sales or priority lists. Watch for Game 2 home ticket sales for Indiana. Mark September 12th, 2 p.m. Eastern Time. September 14th, Game 1 in Atlanta. Get tickets early or on resale if you can't get them through the team. After Game 1, based on result, evaluate whether Game 3 is necessary and monitor ticket releases. Before Game 2, secure Indiana home tickets if you haven't already. Booking hotels or travel, if you're traveling, earlier could save money. If Game 3 is on, be ready immediately. Ticket demand will spike, maybe limited availability. Why this series is a must-watch. Here are some storylines making this matchup extra compelling. Atlanta posted 30 wins in the regular season, a franchise record. Atlanta Dream. Indiana set franchise records for total wins and road victories, with stars like Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston having strong seasons. Indiana Fever +1. The teams split their regular season matchups, 2-2. So who prevails in the playoffs is genuinely up for grabs.